So, kind of what most people have learned and have heard and are aware of, carnivores eat meat, herbivores eat plants, and omnivores eat both. But as with almost everything in biology, there's exceptions and rules are basically guidelines. There's lots of cases where obligate carnivores will eat plant matter if they need to, like foxes and wildcats and wolves and that, they will eat plant matter. And there's also a lot of cases where things that people assume only eat plants, they will eat meat, and that tends to make people shook. So, here are some animals you probably thought were herbivores, but will actually eat meat if given the opportunity or chance. Would still like to point out, most herbivores will preferentially eat plant matter if it's available, but sometimes they will eat meat. It's not a major part of their diet. If there's an animal that's an obligate herbivore, that means they almost entirely eat a plant-based diet, and it is necessary to eat mostly plants, but there are still some exceptions where they will eat meat. This one I think a lot of people are actually aware of, since there was a pretty viral video going around of a deer eating a snake on the internet. And yes, deer will eat meat. As you can see in like the video that's been going around, I can't find it right now, but I'm sure you might have seen it. But there's also cases of if there's like a carcass around, there will be a herd of deer just taking a little nibble occasionally if there's like, I don't know, a cougar kill or like a wolf kill leftovers and stuff. Sometimes deer will come munch on the leftovers, getting all the minerals and the marrow and the nutrients from that. Same thing with horses. Wild horses a bit more commonly, or not technically wild, they're feral horses. They're not classified as true wild horses anymore, but that's another topic. There has been cases of like same thing as with deer, but also domestic horses, when people have like pet or farm or working horses. There has been cases of them eating like birds or small rodents like mice or rats that have come into their stable. They will eat them if they are able to catch them. So yeah, who needs a barn cat if you have fucking horses? Chickens, I've talked about before. Chickens will eat literally fucking anything. They will eat their own eggs, they will eat each other's eggs, they will eat each other. I've talked about this before, but I'll say again, my sister and I used to watch my neighbor's chickens when they went away when we were younger, and if a chicken happened to die when we were watching them, we had to remove it, or else the other chickens would eat it. They are fucking cannibals. And again, chickens will actively hunt. They will go after mice and rats and snakes. Anything in there, they will eat them if they can catch them, because they're just opportunistic as hell, and if they can get it down, then that means it's food. Pigs are another one that are classified. They're more commonly known to be like slightly more omnivorous, but yeah, they'll eat meat. They'll eat anything. There have been true crime cases where people have fed the corpses to pigs. There was some math done, and it takes 16 fully grown pigs 8 minutes to go through a human body. Just like a singular pig would take a couple of days, but still, they're efficient, man. And they will eat human bodies. Like, that's the thing. That's a good method of bodily disposal, but you didn't hear that from me. Cows. Again, same thing as horses and deer. If they can catch it, they'll eat it. There's been cases of them eating mice and birds, and I would assume other cows, but I haven't seen any specific cases of it, but I'm sure it happens. This one I think will surprise a lot of people, because pandas are largely known, like, they're notorious for eating only bamboo. But again, bamboo is not the most nutritious thing in the world, so pandas have been known to supplement with other things they can catch, such as rodents and birds. So they may be cute, but they will also eat things that you think pandas shouldn't eat. And finally, the one that I think will surprise the least amount of people, hippos. Yeah, I can see it. They are mainly herbivores, but if I pissed off a hippo, I would not be surprised if I got eaten. They will eat fish, they will eat, I think there's been accounts of them eating, like, gazelles and antelope, also crocodiles. I've seen things where hippos have eaten crocodiles, so this does not surprise me in the slightest.